The newsday continues here in One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Some customers of Maynilad will experience daily water service interruptions. Affected areas include parts of Las Piñas City as well as Bacoor and Imus in Cavite. The water service interruptions will begin on Wednesday until August 8. It will last up to 13 hours daily from 5 in the afternoon to 6 in the morning. Maynilad said they need to replace 3 ultrafiltration membranes of its Putatan water treatment plant. This is part of the concessionaire's preparations for the Amihan season. SIM registrations in the country have reached the 100 million mark. Department of Information and Communications Technology reports as of Friday that it has so far tallied a total of 100.26 million registered user accounts. The DICT says this can be deemed, quote, a good number, especially considering that the country has a population of 110 million. On the other hand, the National Telecommunications Commission says the figure makes up for nearly 60% of the total SIMs in circulation as of 2022. With 1 month to spare, the DICT calls on the rest of the public to register their SIMs or face disconnection. This as the agency says the government has given the public enough time to comply after extending the registration period to July 25. The ACT Teachers Party List remains unconvinced of the Education Department's motive, following a controversial memo seeking a list of teachers affiliated with the group. Last week, DepEd directed all its regional and division offices to identify educators with links to the Alliance of Concerned Teachers. DepEd has since denied that the memo was for profiling purposes. The department says it's only meant to consolidate data on teachers who are using their automatic payroll deduction system. But for ACT Party List Representative Franz Castro, there's no reason why DepEd should zero in on their group.
Ito ay palusot lang ng DepEd dahil malinaw naman doon sa inilabas na memo ng Office of the Operations ni Undersecretary Redcy Escobedo na zero in doon yung act. At wala tong nilalagay na ano yung reason nila, bakit na kinukuha nila yung listahan ng mga teachers na kabilang sa act na under APDS.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Keep up the good work. This was the message former President Rodrigo Duterte gave to his successor, President Marcos. In an interview, the former chief executive described President Marcos's first year in office as good. Ex-President Duterte added that the peace in the country could be attributed to the current administration. Recall that last year, Duterte described Marcos as a spoiled and weak leader months before the 2022 elections. But before he stepped down as president, Duterte told Filipinos to support the Marcos administration.
Good. Well, the governance is all good. Walang gulo. We are at peace almost. And that they have to credit it to the present administration. Kung ano yung nangyayari sa panahon niya, nakikita natin, very good.
President Bongbong Marcos joins the LGBTQ plus community in celebrating Pride Month. In his YouTube vlog, Marcos Jr. called on Filipinos to continue supporting and respecting the community. He also recognized the sector's contributions to society and nation building. The president added that all Filipinos must be free, open-minded, and free from discrimination. Pride Month is celebrated across the globe every June to honor and commemorate a series of gay liberation protests back in 1969.
Sa bagong Pilipinas, ang Pilipino ay malaya. At sa bagong Pilipinas, ang Pilipino ay malawak ang isipan at malaya sa diskriminasyon o pagkutya. Yan ang mensaheng patuloy natin paigtingin.
In weather, Pag-asa monitors a low-pressure area near eastern Samar. The Weather Bureau last spotted the LPA at some 500 kilometers east of Borongan City. It is unlikely to develop into a tropical cyclone and may become cloud clusters in the next few days. The Intertropical Convergence Zone will continue to trigger rains in some parts of the country. Affected areas include Visayas, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, Aurora, and Quezon Province.
Sa ibang bahagi ng ating bansa, dito sa Luzon, kasama na yung Kamaynilaan, at dito sa may bahagi ho ng Mindanao, inaasahan naman natin yung mga isolated rain showers and thunderstorms na sa hapon hanggang sa gabi.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.